The elements and principles of art are how we talk about art. The elements of art are the visual tools that the artist uses to create a composition. Line, shape, form, value, color, texture, space. A line is a series of dots or a path connecting two points. A line doesn't always have to be straight. Lines can be curvy, diagonal, parallel, horizontal, zigzag, and more. Lines can be found in everyday objects, like curvy lines in the sand, or zigzag lines in panels, or diagonal lines in plans. You can use a variety of lines to make a drawing. A shape is a closed line. Shapes are two-dimensional. Shapes with rules are geometric. Some geometric shapes are a square, which has 4 equal sides, a rectangle, which has 2 equal long sides and 2 equal short sides, a triangle, which has 3 sides, a circle, which has no sides, a hexagon, which has 6 sides, a trapezoid, which has 2 sides parallel and 2 sides not parallel. A rhombus is a parallelogram with opposite acute angles, opposite equal obtuse angles, and 4 equal sides. Organic forms are free-form shapes without rules. A form is a three-dimensional shape that has height, width, and depth. There are geometric forms which have rules. A cylinder has 2 circular faces and a curved body with no points. A cone has a circular face and a curved face, which comes together in a point. A sphere is completely round with no faces or points. A cube has 6 square faces and 8 vertices. A rectangular prism has 2 square faces and 4 rectangular faces with 8 vertices. A 5-sided pyramid has 1 square face and 4 triangular faces. There are also free-flowing or organic forms, and organic forms have no rules, but they are 3D shapes. Value is the lightness or darkness of a color or object. These value scales show the darkest tone to the lightest tone through a gradation of pencil strokes. Value uses highlight and shadow to make drawings look more three-dimensional. When light is reflected off an object, color is what the eye sees. The simple color wheel is designed to explain how color is arranged and how colors can interact with each other. There are 3 primary colors: red, yellow, and blue. The secondary colors are the 2 primary colors mixed. Red and blue mixed together form purple. Red and yellow mixed together form orange. And blue and yellow mixed together form green. So purple, orange, and green are the secondary colors. The tertiary colors are a mixture of a primary with a secondary color. While red, orange, and yellow are considered the warm colors, purple, blue, and green are considered the cool colors. Color contains characteristics including hue, value, and saturation. Texture is the way a surface feels or looks like it feels. Actual texture refers to how something physically feels through the sense of touch: rough, smooth, sticky, soft, or fuzzy. Implied or visual texture is made to look like a texture, but you can't really feel it. Like the fur on this drawing of a cat or a dog, it doesn't really feel like fur to touch it. Base is the area of composition. It refers to a feeling of depth. Positive space is the object or subject matter in the artwork. Negative space is the area around the subject matter. The principles of art represent how the artist uses the elements of art. They create an effect and help convey the artist's intent. These are pattern, emphasis, movement, unity, variety, balance, proportion, and contrast. Pattern is a familiar principle of art. You can repeat lines to create pattern. You can repeat colors to create pattern. You can repeat shapes to create pattern. Patterns might branch out similar to flowers on a plant, or form spirals, or seem irregular in the cracked, dry mud. Emphasis is used to create a focal point. Artists will use emphasis like placing a yellow flower against a purple background to make it pop. The color contrast between a dark green pepper and a repetition of oranges behind it causes the pepper to become the focal point or emphasis in the picture. Movement shows actions or the path the viewer's eye follows throughout an artwork. Some optical illusion art looks like it has movement when you stare at it for a long time. The use of direction in the design can provide a rhythm of movement as your eye follows it along its path. For instance, in a painting of crashing waves, a viewer will automatically see the movement as the wave finishes. Unity is the effect of all elements being in harmony with one another. This creates a feeling of wholeness. Patterns work together to bring unity to the picture or object. As the opposite of unity, variety should provoke changes and awareness in an art piece. A piece of art could have a variety of buildings, or even a variety of people with a variety of shapes and sizes. Different colors and textures can provide variety in an artwork. The balance is the arrangement of elements in a piece of art to create a sense of equilibrium. No one part of the art overpowers or seems visually heavier than any other part of the composition. The metrical balance is when an artwork is perfectly centered and is mirror imaged. If you draw a line to divide the art, it is the same on both sides. Asymmetrical balance is still a balanced artwork, but it's not the same on both sides. Radial balance starts in the center and is the same any way you slice it. Proportion is the size relationships between two or more things. It can be how the parts fit together to make a whole. A change in proportion can change the way we look at things. How proportion is used will affect how realistic or stylized something seems. Contrast refers to the arrangement of opposite elements and effects. An example of contrast in art is the use of light and dark colors, or the use of smooth and rough textures for large and small shapes. Contrast can be used to create variety, visual interest, and drama in an artwork. A person cannot create art without utilizing at least a few of these elements and principles of art. Knowing what each term means enables us to describe what an artist has done, analyze what is going on in a particular piece, and communicate our thoughts and findings using a common language.